Hey guys, how's it going? Today we are shooting a vegetable garden tour for the end of June. I was hoping to do some more garden tours throughout the year so that you guys could kind of see the progression of the vegetable garden and how far it's come and what it's like at the end of the year and all that kind of stuff. But I think this is the first official garden tour that I've done. I've showed you guys things in previous videos, but not officially a garden tour. So this is going to be a tour of our vegetable garden area today. We are going to be doing the outside around the vegetable garden, and then of course everything that's happening inside the vegetable garden. And as you guys know, gardens are constantly changing and evolving, and we're pulling things out and putting new things in. And so I kind of want to just show you guys how the garden evolves over time. So let's get started. Okay, so I think we will start on this side of the garden, and we have some Walla Walla onions on this side that we planted in a video earlier this year. They're starting to bulb up a little bit. They kind of struggled there in the beginning. I'm not so sure why, but they're doing better. And so that's what we have here. Then here we have some strawberries, which are just coming out of their prolific set of fruiting. It still they'll produce a few throughout the year, but their main set of fruit is in the spring. And then this here is our zinnia corner, and they're getting ready to bloom finally. The cicadas, of course, are still everywhere. They're starting to go away though, I think. I noticed less and less of them, but I'm so excited to see these bloom and come alive and just look gorgeous. I'm craving color up here along the vegetable garden so much, so I can't wait until these start to bloom. Back here we have some sunflowers. These are a shorter variety of sunflowers. I'm not sure the variety at the moment, but they don't get very tall. I want to say like 12 to 18 inches. And then some more strawberries that ring the front side of this bed. Here we have some basil, a couple of plants of basil. This is an echinacea up here. It's also starting to set a little bloom. So exciting. I have kind of a smattering of different things through here. There's some cayenne peppers we have here, one there and one there. I have some little nasturtium plants that I started from seed. This is our lavender, and there have been so many little white butterflies this year all over my garden. They are absolutely beautiful. Here is parsley, this giant bush. The parsley is loving its life. Here is some oregano, some thyme, and a different kind of thyme up there. And on the other side of the gate, we have some chamomile that I planted just this year, so it hasn't done much yet. This guy's put on some growth, but this guy is still pretty much the same size as I planted him. There's some chives and some cilantro that I'm letting go to seed, so it will just seed itself around. And then we have some sage and some tarragon. And then we have a bunch of different types of squash, I'm thinking. Most of these squash plants that I have out here are volunteers that came up all on their own, and I'm not really sure what they are, so I'm just going to let them fill this side of the bed up, and we'll just get whatever we get out of them. Up here along the fence, I have some climbing things. I have sweet peas right here, and then I have a orange peel, I'm thinking. Vine, I forget the name of it right now. But anyway, that's a vine that will grow and put on beautiful orange flowers. And will come in the gate here. And along this side, this is our tomatoes, which is kind of bright up here, so I'm hoping you guys can see all the detail and things. But these are our tomatoes. And here is where I lost some of my tomatoes. If you guys watched the previous video, I lost some tomatoes to a stupid mistake and had to put some new ones in. Here is my pot of mint and a weed, but there's my pot of mint. And then we'll start in this bed. This is pretty much the most empty looking bed, but it's actually going to be quite full here just in a few weeks. We have some nasturtiums on the corners, and then here in the front of the bed I have some butternut squash. Here in the middle I have some yellow squash, and then over here on the end we have some tomatoes, which are looking good. We staked these up in a previous video as well. So then in this bed we have some more tomatoes. This is zucchini. In this bed I planted quite a bit of zucchini this year. I actually really like it, so I wanted to do quite a bit of it. These over here in this corner are cherry tomatoes. This is cherry tomato corner. I have different types. This one is a purple cherry tomato, and over there is like just a normal red cherry tomato. Again, more nasturtiums in the corner of the bed. I plant these to try to deter some pests and things. This bed is pretty wild at the moment. We have a red cabbage here. Let me just get a shot for you guys. Like, that purple cabbage is going insane. He doesn't even have a head on him yet. Like, maybe trying to start to in there, but he's so big. Then we have our onions in here that we planted in a video. We have red onions in the front, and then candy onions behind those. And then we have potatoes. This is all potatoes. I forget what kind. This is either russet or Yukon Gold. And then I kind of made a mistake as well. And I also have peppers in this bed. So if we push back the potatoes, you can see my pepper plants. And I think I'm going to move my poor peppers because they're being totally engulfed by the potato plants. I should have known, but I was trying to just make the most of space and squeeze everything in. So then this bed is potatoes as well. Going crazy, doing great. I love it. At the end here we have carrots. These are the kids' carrots that they planted and have been taken care of, and they're doing great. This is a bunch of broccoli, which I have harvested all the main heads of broccoli off of this, and I have been harvesting quite a bit of smaller heads off the sides, and I'm going to just be pulling these out because I think I'm going to move my peppers over here, and they're about done anyway. Then we have some cabbages. Some of them are ready to pick right now. And we have some kale here and some Swiss chard. Beautiful Swiss chard. Some more cabbage on this side. And then in this bed we have the red cabbage again. Some green cabbage under there. The red cabbage got really big this year. Like, I was expecting the green cabbage to be bigger than the red cabbage, to be honest with you, and it didn't. It is so much bigger. Here is my mess of sweet peas. My trellis did not really work out whatsoever, so they're just a mess currently. I just gave up on them. I kept trying to put them back up on, and they would just fall down the next day. I think we need to figure out something a little sturdier for those poor sweet peas. Here we have some red lettuce, which is still doing pretty good. This is end of June, and I'm still really happy with the lettuce. It looks great. Some days it's a little wilty looking, but for the most part it's doing fantastic. And these here are all beets. Aren't they pretty though? I like that green foliage with the red veining. It's very beautiful. So there's kind of a shot of the overall garden and how it looks from my perspective, seeing the whole thing at once. I think it's very beautiful. I like the structure of the beds with the crazy overflowing potatoes and everything else. So that's it for today's video. Like I said, I just wanted to give you guys an overall view of what the garden is like right now, what it's looking like, and what I'm growing in it. I'm actually going to be shooting a video later today, and this garden will be changing a little bit. I'm actually going to be moving those peppers that I showed you and getting rid of the broccoli like I had said. And I figured I'd go ahead and just film that for you guys so you could see that process. But yeah, so after that the garden will change a little bit more, but that's okay. I wanted to get right now what the garden looks like, and so I can keep continuing to update you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, just seeing all the beautiful things. I get to bring you guys into my beautiful space for even just a few minutes and share that with you guys. That's special to me, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. So we'll see y'all later.